LinkedIn's recently rolled out its simplified navigation and is in the process of rolling out an amended search functionality. So I thought it would be good to do an orientation video to take you through where you can find things and show you how the new search functionality works, as well as to show you how to find some of the harder to find features, such as LinkedIn Signal, some of the cheaper upgrade plans, and LinkedIn recommendations. So firstly, you'll see there's fewer tabs than there were, but it's still easy to find most of the information that you want. Profile, if you want to view your profile, you click Profile. If you want to edit it, you click Edit Profile. Network is where you find your contacts and add connections. Jobs is still the Jobs section, and Interests is now where you find companies, groups, and influencers. Premium Solutions is where you'll find advertising. And Upgrade is where you find all of LinkedIn's paid plans. If you hover over your name, you can also get to advertising from here, and as well as to privacy and settings. So if you want to change any of your settings, this is where you need to come. It's where you can control what emails you get from LinkedIn and how often. You can change the type of information that you see in your news feed, and so on. So I recommend that you do have a look at that section if you haven't already. This icon allows you to add connections direct from here, and you can also see your notifications as well as your invitations and messages up here. One of the features that it is now harder to find is Signal. There are two ways to find it. The first is to click this magnifying glass and go to Updates, and Updates is Signal. The other way to find it is simply to go to your toolbar, and when you've got it as www.linkedin.com, just to do /Signal, and that will take you through to Signal as well. I'm really glad that this feature is still here because it's a great way to find the information that you want to see quickly. So if you want to see which of your connections have shared status updates, but you don't want to have to scroll through who's connected to who in the jobs, you can just come to Signal, do a quick search, or even open one that you've saved earlier, and you can get that information so you can quickly go through and see if there's anything that you want to take a look at or comment on or share. The second thing is the upgrade plans. So I actually have a Personal Plus plan with LinkedIn, so I do see it. But if you click on upgrade, a number of my connections say that they only see the more expensive plans. What you want to do is make sure that you're on LinkedIn Premium here. And if you don't see the Personal Plus plan and you just see more expensive plans, then scroll down and you'll see at the bottom you've got this blue text, looking to buy for your team. If you click on that, it will take you through to this page and you can see all the premium plans. Obviously, if you're a salesperson, you want to see the sales plans, so click on that tab. The third area is recommendations. Now, you can still get to recommendations from your profile. Select Edit Profile, and then scroll down to the recommendations section. And if you click the pencil icon, you'll see this comes up here where you can ask to be recommended, manage visibility. So if you click that, it will take you through to the recommendations page. The other place that you can get to recommendations is through your privacy and settings. So again, you click on it and you're often prompted for your password. So you enter that and sign in. And you'll see down here, manage your recommendations, which takes you through to the same screen. So LinkedIn's search functionality, it's now a lot more intuitive and a lot more Facebook-like. So now if I wanted to find a law group, for example, I could type in law, and first of all, it will come up with connections, then companies, then groups. And that might be enough for me. But if it isn't, I just click the magnifying glass, and then I can select groups, and that will show me all the law groups. So that's really how to search groups now. Again, I could go back if I wanted to see companies, I could click on that. The advanced search feature has changed slightly too. instead of it being in the old horizontal format, is now in a vertical format. It still supports Boolean searches, and you can still combine criteria to get your searches. You can also still search for third degree connections and everyone else, but that option is not ticked by default. So if you want to search that, you simply need to tick it. And of course, you can untick any that you don't want to see. What I quite like is that when you run a search, you can refine it. So if you run a search and you then decide you don't actually want to see first degree connections, you can just click and get rid of first degree connections once you've run the search. And you can still combine searches and search by industry and so on. So none of that functionality is gone. One thing that has gone though is the ability to sort the results by keyword. So previously they would tend to be sorted by relevance, and you could change it to keyword. That's no longer there, which is a shame because that was quite helpful. So it's hard to know how LinkedIn actually ranks search results now. But it is still great that you can still search for third degree connections and everyone else, because I was worried that that was going to go. So that's really helpful. That's just a brief overview of the recent changes to LinkedIn. I hope that you found it helpful.